This video contains disturbing and upsetting details that may not be suitable for everyone. Viewer discretion is advised. Here at Case Documentaries, we release at least one new true crime video per week. We hope you join our quickly growing community by subscribing to the channel. To further help us in our work, please consider supporting us on Patreon, link below. Our love and respect goes out to the victim discussed in this video, and to all those that knew and loved her. On July the 31st, 2001, at approximately 2:50 p.m, bystanders came across the undressed body of a girl between the ages of 15 and 16 years old, a body that had been wrapped and bound. During the autopsy, a history of abuse was uncovered. It was discovered that she had a cauliflower ear, possibly due to repeated injury to the ear, misshapen arms as a consequence of healed fractures that had not been set correctly. Her arms were described as deformed. She had multiple long scars in the areas of her legs, her trunk, and her forehead. She had burn scars from cigarettes and numerous other injuries. The fact that none of the injuries on the body had been addressed by a medical professional despite their severity suggests that the victim had been subjected to severe abuse over a period of time, probably spanning years. It is thought that the girl appeared to be approximately 2 years younger than her real age, since she was in a stage of puberty that was more typical of a girl who is 13 years old rather than 15 to 16 years old. This could be due to a long history of malnutrition. The girl stood at 1.57 meters or 5 feet 2 inches tall and weighed only 38.5 kilograms, which is the equivalent of 80 pounds. The length of the girl's dark brown hair was approximately 30 centimeters or 1 foot. Her teeth were in terrible shape, but she was missing all 4 of her wisdom teeth, which could mean the girl was previously loved and cared for. Her face still seemed to be recognizably her, but due to the time in the water, the hue of her eyes could no longer be determined. The body of the deceased girl had probably been in the water for 12 to 14 hours prior to her discovery, and she had probably been murdered roughly 3 days before the body was found. The blunt force trauma that produced 2 fractured ribs also caused injuries to the lungs and the spleen, which led to the death of the girl. A parasol stand was used to add additional weight to the body before it was tied up and thrown into the main river. However, this was not enough weight to counteract the buildup of gas that occurred in the body in the hours and days following her death. The results of the investigation indicated that the young woman was most likely thrown into the water in the area between Gresham Barrage and Worthspitz. The fact that the girl was wearing an item that resembled a headscarf led investigators to believe that she was originally from the region that borders Pakistan and Afghanistan, but that she was currently residing in the Frankfurt Rhine-Main area, possibly working as something resembling a maid, but in reality being held captive as a modern-day slave. The on-site search and inquiry turned up no hints about either her identification or the identity of the person or people who took her young life. It is not possible to rule out that the girl entered the country through diplomatic channels, which are notoriously difficult to investigate due to the presence of diplomatic immunity. The burial of the body took place in the Heiligenstock cemetery, and the funeral expenses were covered by contributions made by the investigators. The girl from the Maine remains unnamed, and her case remains unsolved. Please do consider supporting our work on Patreon, linked below. Subscribe and turn on notifications for more dark cases. Comment your thoughts on this case and like the video to give it greater reach. Thank you.